Yeah, if you guys have to go, it's okay. And thank you for joining us tonight so very much. Our next order of business is Community Begins at Home, an age-friendly Teaneck. Mr. Manager, can you introduce who will be addressing
Sure.
us?
Colleen, are you going to be presenting or is that EJ? Okay, we have EJ Vizzi on Zoom, just a great bunch of people I've been working with, Colleen, Jackie Cates, Janice Dorman, Elizabeth Davis, EJ Vizzi, and this is a new initiative that really targets Teaneck residents with disabilities, and it's a project that they're doing now to survey the community about challenges some of the residents may be experiencing. So I wanted to give EJ Vizzi a couple minutes to explain the program. We support it, and I think everyone will love what she's about to say. All right, Doug?
Where'd Doug go? Oh, there he is. Hi, EJ. Welcome. The floor is yours, ma'am.
Hi, everyone. Can you hear me loud and clear?
Yes, ma'am. Loud and clear.
Wonderful. All right. Well, hi again, everyone, and good evening. Thank you, Township Mayor and Council, Township Manager, our amazing TVAC crew, and all of you tonight for your time. I'm here to talk about our project, like Township Manager Dean Kaczynski just said, Community Begins at Home. But first, I'll introduce myself. My name is EJ Vizzi, and I'm the Director of Senior Programs with the Brightside Family, a nonprofit with more than 30 years of experience serving Teaneck. We provide affordable housing, affordable assisted living, and support services that respond to the changing needs and preferences of low and moderate income older adults. And everything that we do is guided by our belief that having a safe and comfortable home environment is a fundamental right, that income should not dictate access to supportive care, healthcare, or social services, and that community is created by honoring one another's individuality, dignity, privacy, and autonomy. And that definitely includes those who are aging with disabilities. Through Age Friendly Teaneck, our primary initiative for community action for the past 8 years, the township has shown support to us by participating in studies for age-friendly land use and walkability, using township funds to install flashing lights at highly traveled intersections, hiring a full-time social worker to better serve vulnerable populations, and offering support to build 40 new units of affordable senior housing on municipal land that includes a community center at 1425 Teaneck Road, which is actually taking applications right now through April 2nd. We're hosting weekly in-person meetings around town for people to receive help with that application if needed. And this week's is Thursday, February 29th at the Rhoda Center in multi-purpose room 2A and B from 12 to 3. But anyway, I wanted to talk to you again today about our new initiative that we just launched, Community Begins at Home. It's an outgrowth of our age-friendly community project here in Teaneck. And through this new undertaking, we hope to help Teaneck develop a coordinated community strategy to ensure that people who have mobility or other challenges can safely live within their homes and remain active participants in our community. Teaneck is a community that prides itself on inclusivity, but when it comes to understanding the needs and desires of people with disabilities, we all need some consciousness raising. We're not always aware of the factors that can lead to some members of the community being excluded from everyday life. According to the US Census, roughly 3,800 Teaneck residents report living with one or more disabilities, and about 1,700 of them are over the age of 65. And while many older and disabled adults express a preference for aging in place in their longtime homes, 72% of Teaneck's housing stock is detached single-family homes, and most were built before universal design standards were ever created. For many, the barriers begin in the home. A 2021 report from the US Department of Housing and Urban Development estimates that 4 in 10 US households include a person with accessibility needs that lack accessibility features, such as ramps, lifts, wide enough hallways, or entry-level bedrooms or bathrooms. A key component of our project will be training volunteers to conduct home safety assessments and also help residents navigate the various programs in Bergen County that offer financial support and other help to residents who need those ramps, bathroom remodels, or other home modifications and adaptations. We're thrilled to have Teaneck Township government as an active partner in Community Begins at Home. In the past few months, we've met with township administration and staff from Teaneck Social Services, Fire, Police, and Health departments, and those officials have collaborated with us on the design of our home safety assessment tools that we'll be using. This collaboration will, of course, be ongoing and include linking Teaneck residents to services offered by the township, such as programs about free smoke detectors and morning check-in phone calls from the fire department for those who are living alone. Our other project partner is Heightened Independence and Progress, a nonprofit that offers home modifications and other supportive services to Bergen County individuals with disabilities and their families. This initiative is being funded by an Inclusive Healthy Communities grant from the New Jersey Division of Disability Services of the Department of Human Services. And we're receiving a lot of support and guidance from the leaders of this statewide program. Our goal, and in fact, a requirement of the grant, is to ensure that this project is shaped by input from individuals with lived experiences of having a disability. We held focus groups in the fall and will continue to do so, and with the eventual goal of establishing a project advisory board consisting of people with disabilities, family caregivers, and disability justice advocates. One motto of the disability justice movement is nothing about us without us. And so we are endeavoring to get widespread input and empower those living in Teaneck with a disability to shape and lead this effort. As part of that goal, like Township Manager Dean Kaczynski mentioned, we're in the midst of conducting a community-wide survey in Teaneck, and we'd appreciate if you could help us circulate that survey around town, or by taking it yourself if you're disabled with vision, hearing, mobility, or memory challenges, or if you have a chronic condition that create difficulties within living in your own home. The website to take that survey is agefriendlyteaneck.org/CBAH survey. Again, quickly, that was agefriendlyteaneck, one word, .org/CBAH survey. If you didn't get that, don't worry. My colleague, Colleen Diskin, is in the council chambers with a QR code to the survey and copies of the aforementioned 1425 Teaneck Road housing application if you'd like. The survey, the link to the survey is also in the agenda packet. So our survey asks about barriers, not just in the home, but also in our community. We're attempting to understand how difficult it might be for some residents to participate in community meetings and events, such as this one, or to get to the houses of worship or other places in town. We hope this survey will help us get a picture of social isolation in Teaneck, something that we know older and disabled adults are at greater risk of. The New Jersey Social Isolation Study, released last year in 2023 by the Department of Human Services, reports that up to 45% of individuals with a serious disability or chronic illness are socially isolated. And I garner that number is higher since not everyone would report feeling as such. The data we gather in our survey will be widely shared with township leadership as part of a goal of educating all of us about the challenges of residents who may be feeling invisible or excluded in their own community. And as we build this program out, we also hope to develop a social work-led and volunteer-supported program of home safety assessments. If this program speaks out to you and you might be interested in volunteering, please seek Colleen out afterward and she can share more information about that. What's different about this program is that we're not only seeking to provide direct services and social work intervention for people who may be struggling, but we're also seeking to increase community awareness of the prevalence and nature of health inequities and inclusion barriers in the township. Eventually, we hope Teaneck will establish an autonomous advisory board of disability justice advocates to help steer the policy and systems changes we need here in town. This will truly be a community-shaped and community-led project that we believe we can lead to a sustainable progress and make Teaneck more welcoming and an inclusive community for people of all ages and abilities. Please feel free to reach out to us to volunteer, for copies of the survey or housing application, or even just to say hello. The number for Age Friendly Teaneck is 201-530-6756. Again, 201-530-6756. And our email is info@agefriendlyteaneck.org. You can always go to our website or Facebook page as well. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope you all have a wonderful evening.
Thank you, Ms. Vizzi. Does anyone on the council have any questions for Ms. Vizzi? Ms. Goldberg?
I don't have any questions. I just wanted to comment that I think this is really incredible. And I'm really excited about it. As someone with an invisible disability myself, I really love this idea. And I think it's really important that, people are aware of what's going on. So thank you.
Anyone else on council? Ms. Belcher?
I just want to commend the organization for what you're doing in terms of housing and the intersection between housing and disabilities. I mean, there's so much that needs to be done in the arena of housing, and it's really good to see that we have such a great local organizations that's really making some tremendous strides in that area. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Belcher. Anyone else on council? No? EJ, Colleen, thank you so very much for everything that you and your organization do to help our older adults and just our community as a whole. And if there's ever anything we can do, please don't hesitate to always reach out to us.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor and
All right, thank you
Council.
both. Our next order of business is a certificate of